grew up in a missionary Baptist church that people likened more to a cult than an actual Baptist church. We had a separate decorum that you were supposed to follow. It was written out and given to every member. And if you violated any part of the decorum, you had to come to conference, which was every third Wednesday. And if you had a significant violation, they would take away what was called your right hand of fellowship, and you would have to do some things to get your right hand of fellowship back. I had difficulties in this church the entire time that I was in it. I had several times that I got into trouble when I was a teenager and had to be called in to speak to all the deacons. I was forced to apologize on several occasions. I actually paid attention to the sermons, and I would point out when things were contradictory or didn't make sense, either internally or against the Bible, and they did not like that. And I was always on my way out. I just didn't effectuate it fast enough, and then they finally kicked me out when I was around 22, 23. They came to my house, to my mom's house, before they kicked me out to have like a conversation. I have no recollection of this conversation, but my sister says that I was belligerent through the entire thing and she found it hilarious. My mom was embarrassed, but I remember seeing the van pull up with the church name beside it, and I remember nothing after it. After that, I thought that my issue was that particular church. And so I did try going to different churches, and I did get like very involved with the last church that I went to. I was extremely involved. I participated with the teens, putting together college fairs. I went to that church, had different Bible studies that you could attend, like that had different titles. I would circle through the different, educational options listed, but I would call myself an atheist today. I teetered along the agnostic atheist border for a long time, but I would call myself atheist today because there are things that I simply cannot reconcile. And I thought that I could just allow it to exist. It can exist in my life, and it can be a part of my memories. It can be a part of my music. It can be a part of my culture. I don't have to reject everything until it was necessary because I have a transgender child, and I cannot allow the things that are harmful to be excused because I have a couple of good memories.